Have you ever wondered why a customer who seemed perfectly happy suddenly never returns? They don't argue with you. They don't complain. They don't send a message. They just disappear. Most business owners assume the worst. Maybe my price was too high. Or maybe a competitor stole them. Or maybe they found something cheaper. But here's the hard truth most entrepreneurs overlooked. Customers rarely leave because of price or competition. They leave because of the emotion you left them with. They might forget the service. They might forget the details. They might even forget the conversation, but they will never forget how you made them feel. And once someone feels dismissed, rushed, ignored, or unimportant, they don't come back. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Leavona. Welcome to the Leavona Show. I have been creating and building successful businesses for over 25 years, and I am here to help you win. If you would like to learn from me, hit that subscribe button now so you can find me later when you need me. Here is what I know from experience. Most business owners are creating emotional damage without even realizing it. The face they chose to represent their business at the front is downright ruining their image. The person is rude and nasty, extremely impatient, and ignores them or talks down, demeaning the customer all the time. Said customer looks around for you, the owner, or any place to hide because they're embarrassed, but you are never there. They are forced to deal with the person you have put to represent your business. This person rushed through the service because they're tired. They ignore small details because it's good enough. They speak with a tone that feels sharp and cold because they're arrogant. They don't listen long enough. They don't slow down enough. They don't care deeply enough about the experience the customer is actually having. And little by little, these seemingly small things quietly destroy trust. Not with fireworks, but with slow erosion, a look, a sigh, a rushed answer, a lack of presence, a sense that the customer is just another task to get through. And here's the reality, folks. Customers wouldn't tell you when their feelings are hurt. They wouldn't announce when they feel overlooked. They wouldn't warn you that your staff member rubbed them the wrong way. They just leave quietly and they stay gone. That is why so many businesses look around confused, wondering why their pipeline is dry when the truth is hiding in plain sight. People remember how you made them feel. But here's the good news, and this is where everything shifts for the entrepreneur who understands emotional leadership. The one who makes people feel valued, respected, and safe becomes unforgettable. The business owner who looks customers in the eye, listens with presence, slows down enough to show care, and deliver their service with honor, that is the one customers return to again and again. Not because of fancy marketing, not because of special offers, not because of clever ads, but because emotion is the strongest glue in business. When a customer feels seen by you, they trust you. When they feel safe with you, they choose you. When they feel valued, they stay with you, even if someone cheaper shows up. And the beautiful part? You don't need to be perfect to earn this kind of loyalty. You just need to be present. You just need to care. You just need to remember that customers are humans first. And humans need to feel something good when they're in your space. So here's a thought I want to leave with you tonight. The wrong emotion can lose a customer, but the right emotion can also win you one for life. Hello, everyone. How are you tonight? How was your day? Many times there are so many things that we can learn. Human beings, we just keep learning and learning and learning. And the most impactful thing that I learned from this message tonight is that customers they remember, how you made them feel. Let me repeat that. Customers remember how you made them feel. Yes, there are establishments that you go in and the owner is not there. The owner, as I said in last night's video, has to delegate sometimes because they might not feel well. And they have to leave one of their best to open up and carry the show. However, as entrepreneurs, as leaders, as owners, we have to vet the person that we put in front of our business as the face of our operations. Can you imagine you have a customer who gives you thousands and thousands of dollars every year, and your choice for your face in the front of your business was not good, and your people are being destroyed, decimated, obliterated by this clown? He doesn't show you this when you're there, but it's when you're not there. He destroys them, he demeanors them, he makes them feel so bad. And many times, there are other people in the waiting room when these things happen. So we have to remember that when we choose somebody to represent us, we have to choose wisely. Because if you have a 5-star customer who never questions what you charge, who never complains, and this man does what he does and costs you many of them to leave, and you don't even know, you should always have cameras in your waiting room. You should always have cameras. Today's technology even allows you to see your business from when you're home. And even though some of the people that we choose to put as our face in the front might be family, if they're not doing a good job, we have to let them go. Because only you know how hard you labored when you started. And you cannot lose your business for a son-in-law or a son who is behaving like he's on some drug or something. You have to take care of your customers, and you always have to follow through. So I just want to tell you once again that if the material impacted you tonight and you felt it was good and it can help you with your business and help you with the way you conduct and make decisions, if it impacted you in any shape or form, just give us a thumbs up and subscribe. We're not asking you for much, and it doesn't cost you anything to do those two things. Okay? I'm not feeling well tonight. Unfortunately, as I told you, I'm not good with the cold weather. And most times I have to bundle. I know I bundle, but for some reason, back of my throat and my nose, I can feel stuff happening there. So bear with me tonight. I may have to pull the stuff up a little and what's not. I went to one of my YouTubers tonight and this afternoon, and oh boy, he was in worse shape than I am. He was sneezing and having to pull the cold back because, We can't stand in front of you and try to blow our nose and all of that nonsense when we're doing live. So pray for me, wish me luck that I get through tonight's session. The first thing I want us to talk about after that message, just reflect on it. And if you didn't get enough, just go back and look. I thought there were some good gems in there because this rarely happens. It may not have happened to you, but it happens to many business owners who are too trusting of the staff that they select to be their face. We always have to remember that the customer must always be treated with 5-star treatment. And we always have to remember, whether we're there or not, that we're the host. And when they step into our space, we shouldn't have to see them looking around all embarrassed because in a full waiting room, they were belittled by your staff. So we have to vet who we hire more carefully. So the why factor in why we went into business and how it correlates with this topic tonight. I don't know if you guys noticed yet. We were going to wait to see if you put a little comment in the section, but tonight, this entire week has been about people, about your customers, and how you should treat them. If you noticed it, give me a thumbs up and a smile in the comment. All right? So the why factor and why we went into business in the first place, we went in because we love to serve people. It's all about them. Without them, we don't have a business. And when we have to be off, and we entrust our precious gem to someone who is the face of our operation at the front, and that person destroys our trust, there's a problem there. If you're away for 2 days sick, and you put them there, and when you come back, next week you get calls, and 5 of them drop you, I am really sorry. 2 things occurred to me at that point. If you loved me and you understood that I was sick, you should have worked it out with me and not throw me away for what my staff did. But sometimes customers look at your staff and they judge how you made the decision to take that person into your establishment. So it's not that they're turning their backs on you because they're upset that they cannot forgive you, but sometimes it's because they see the correlation of the judgment. Your judgment could not have been good to have hired this person to put them there. Let us be very careful that our customers are protected at all times and that no one will cause us to lose what we have built. I want you to always remember where you started, the cricket moments, the nights that you labored when everybody was sleeping, the nights that you labored when everybody left the office and you still had to stay and toil because you could not afford staff yet. Let nobody come. You see, people only come. They don't know when you're grinding. They just come when you have glory. And you have to remember those days. And you have to not let anybody destroy your operation. Like I said, we are going for legacy. The second part of our why tonight is the fact that we like to have the freedom to hire, the freedom to say, I do not like how you treated my customer. I am going to give you another chance. But if you continue to do this, and I've been watching you, as you are well aware, I have cameras around the building, inside the building. I know what you did. And you've been doing this, John. You've been doing this for a while. You cannot treat the customers bad. That is how I am able to pay you, to help you to take home a salary to take care of your wife and your child. You cannot do this to me. And I think I'm going to have to move you from the front. I'll have to put somebody else there if I'm ever out. Animosity. The other thing that you might want to do now is to call the customer and apologize. Okay? And the last one in the factor is the gift that we have in our hands. We got that gift. We created this business with the help of God. And so we cannot forget where we started. Customers will always remember how you made them feel. And so you have to instill that in your staff. Guys, every morning, let's have a little talk before we open those doors. The customers will always remember how we make them feel. So when they walk through the doors today, please do your utmost best to forget all your problems at the door and let us give them a 5-star experience. All right, guys? So that's something you want to incorporate into your daily routine. All right. So the next thing that we do is life. Life as it pertains to the customers and their 5-star experience and how we make them feel when they encounter us. We want to make sure that every time we have to deal with them, because they're not inanimate objects and they're human beings, they're alive with hearts and blood vessels and blood pumping through them. They have eyes that look into their souls. We want to watch them in those eyes, and we want to communicate with them. And we want to let them know that we're not rushing them. We're not rushing them. They can express to us whatever is going on and tell us how they feel so that would help us to serve them better. Life is precious, and we also try to coordinate the fact that we have our own families. You have a family there in the office. All the people that you hire, they are your family, and you have an obligation and a responsibility to take care of them, to love and care for them. But the most important thing that you have to care about is your unit, your family at home. Your husband, the children, the dog, the cat. You have to make sure that you take care of that. Okay? You have to remember the importance of it all. And you tie it together every single day. Okay, guys? All right. How do we coordinate the customers with regards to selling with integrity and honor? We continue to go on the same theme and the topic that customers remember how we make them feel. And when we know that they remember, we have to make sure we always give them 5-star. We don't let them leave the phone call after we spoke to them and they say, he was nasty. Oh, she was impatient. She was just rushing me off. It always have to be where we let them remember. I have spoken to so many customers. I have spoken to so many people from different companies, and I have to tell them before they leave out, you are so kind and you have a sweet spirit, and I want to thank you for how you made me feel today. Customers remember how you made them feel. So let's work hard as we sell. We already have the foundation of selling with integrity, with honor and confidence. Now we have to make sure that we do not rush them. We do not make them feel that we're just there for the check and we are thinking and projecting ahead to the next client. When you're in front of them, when you're talking to them on the emails or whatever, text message, you have to let them know that in that particular moment in time, all that matters to you is them. Because the customers always remember how you made them feel. And we want to build good relationships so that we can have good referrals. And like I said yesterday in the message, we may have no need as time goes by to even advertise because the business starts to grow from inside. The people inside starts to bring you whatever you need. Mental health. Building our business and not selling out, not losing our minds and our health, and sacrificing our family. This section is called the mentally fit entrepreneur. And the reason why we want for you to remember that it's imperative and important for you to remember, as an entrepreneur, you have to take care of your health. You have to remember that you have to sleep. You're not a robot. You're not a computer. And even though you might be strong and powerful, for those of you who are young in your 20s, I see some of you are out there and you're watching me, you're following me. Remember, you have an advantage today. But the way, because you're young, but the way you take care of your body now will give you a longer longevity on this earth later. I wish I knew the things that I know now, that I knew them then. I am a very strong person, and I thank God for that. But if someone had told me, yes, Vivi, you're like President Trump and you only need 4 hours of sleep. Or, Vivi, I know that you can lay down for 2 hours and come back and do 6. I don't think I might have done it the way I did it. But I had no one to teach me. Because Mama died early and Grandma was a pusher. Dad was a pusher. So you do what you see your parents do. But now wisdom has taught me that I have to watch everything. And I want to warn you that you do not make the same mistakes I made. You have to give everything time. So many hours for the business, so many hours for your exercise, so many hours for your life with your family, so many hours for dealing with any problems that you're troubleshooting for the customers. It has to be balanced. It all has to be balanced because mental health starts to deteriorate when we don't take care of our health. It deteriorates when we sell out. You guys see what's happening with our country. You see what's happening. What is selling out? Selling out is you caving. You caving because you're finding that everybody else around you is blasting past you and they're doing good. So you know that you do things the honest way. And you know that you don't put junk out on the market. You wouldn't sell junk. You have high standards. and you want to serve people with integrity and honesty. But because business keeps not doing too great, and you see all your others, you look left, you look right, you look to the front, turn to the back. Wow. All these customers, they're doing so much better. What am I doing wrong? Maybe this God thing don't work. Forget this. I'm going to cut corners. I'm going to buy the cheaper product because with things not moving off my shelf fast enough, I'm not getting enough to pay the bills and I'm struggling. This is where you have to have your mindset in a place where no matter what happens, because there are consequences to sin. There are consequences to the fact that customers come in, they're coming in and they're trusting you. Some of them might have just picked up their Social Security check and they want to buy this nice dress to go to a function they have this weekend. But you decide, nah, I'm not doing that markup. I'm going to do it better. I'm going to mark it up because I'm not making enough. You sell out because you start getting pressured for the bills and the overhead and the things that you have to do. But you have to stay your course. Because when you sell out and you rob people, suddenly now your sleep is tumultuous. You can't sleep. You're tossing and turning. Your reputation gets affected. People start saying that Vivi, she's changing. I don't like what she's doing. I bought the thing, I went to the function, and when I came home, the side ripped open. She's not buying good quality clothes anymore. I don't know what's going on with her. I know she's struggling, but she's off. I can't go back there. When you sell out, you could end up losing your mind. And like I said, your health, because everything starts to erode. It's something that happens from inside. It's like a cancer and starts to eat you out on the outside. It starts inside, comes out on the outside. And because you have kids and you have your husband and your family, you don't want to get that kind of coat over you. You have to trust God and wait for your time. You can't compare yourself to your neighbors because you do not know. A lot of them might be sitting right there beside you in those different stores, or you might see each other on the market, in the marketplace, and who has this amount of subscribers and who has this amount of views. They drop a video and it's 10K, it's 169K, and you drop yours and it's crickets. But you don't know how long they were toiling. You have to judge with righteous judgment. You have to know that you have to wait for your turn. And there is a quote out there that says, many good people lost the victory because right at the last umpteenth second, they give up, but victory was right there. And because we never know when our victory is right there, we have to hold. Your anchor has to hold and grip the solid rock. And you wait for your turn. The most important thing is you cannot envy anybody because you do not know if they got their money through foul or dishonest means. A lot of people around us, they're doing dishonest things. They're cropping out. They're going for the easy solution because nobody wants to work hard and labor and wait. Everybody wants the gratification, the now gratification, and that's not us. We have to answer to God. So don't sacrifice your family, don't lose your mind and all these things. So I want to tell you that the question and answer section is a part of our program, but we did not, to my knowledge, get any questions last night. when we closed, or I looked at the video, I didn't see anything. But just know that it's there. It's one of the things that you will thank me for later, when you can actually ask me questions and I answer it soon as we get on the show, or we'll answer it at the end. It will be an asset that you will love. All right? I want to remind you also that our program starts every night at 8 p.m. And we have rolled out a new program, and there is more. I'm going to start releasing more teaching to you guys. The time, my husband just told me, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we will be here every night for you. Guys, I pray for you. I ask you to bundle up yourself if you're in an area where the weather keeps dropping. And guard, because we don't want to get sick. I don't feel too great. I have so many Christmas cards that I have to work on. But I think when I'm done with the show, because of how I'm feeling, I might take some NyQuil and just lay my body out. Everything is hurting, my throat. Right now, I feel like the nostrils are blocked. And so I think I'm going to take a little downtime and see. Right now, it's just trying to run out, But I want to thank you for coming. I want to thank you for being here with us tonight and watching the show all the way to the end. I appreciate you very much. I love you, my family, my friends. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow in the next video. I want you to know that I will be there. Now you be there too. Be there or be square. I hope I feel good to come forward again tomorrow. God bless you. God bless your family. And good night.